For today's Bellwork, we're going to simplify fractions or reduce fractions. Sometimes they have numbers that can be divided into both of them. So we want to look at this first one. It's 36 and 72. They're both even. So you could always divide by 2, but if you can think of another number that goes into both of them, you could do that as well. I'm going to pick 6. They could both divide by 6 right now. You could also pick 9. They could both divide by 9. You could also pick 4, or you could also pick 2, or you could also pick 3, but I'm going to go with 9. Okay, so I'm going to go across 36 divided by 9, that's 4. And then 72 divided by 9, that is 8. Now if I look at 4 and 8, those are both still an even number. So I could actually divide those by 2. Oops, that pen's real thick. Let me change that. I could still divide 4 and 8 by 2 and get even a smaller number. So now 4 divided by 2 is 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. And they're still even. So I can divide by 2 one more time. Now when I do 2 divided by 2, it's 1. And 4 divided by 2 is 2. So my final answer would actually be 1/2. Okay, when we scoot over to the side and look at this next one, 75 and 125. I know if I count by 25s like a quarter, I can say 75 cents and I can say $1.25. So I'm going to divide both of these by 25. And it takes me 3/4 to get to 75 cents. So 75 divided by 25 is 3. And it takes me 5/4 to get to $1.25. So 125 divided by 25 is 5. 3 and 5 are both odd and they're both prime numbers. So that's going to be my final answer, 3/5. If you go down to the bottom row, we have 18 and we have 48. So thinking about these, they're both even, so I could start with a 2. They both could go with some other numbers, but I'm just going to start with 2 and see what happens. Half of 18 is 9. Half of 48 is 24. Okay, so 9 and 24, they're not both even. One's even and one's odd, but they actually can divide both by 3. So when I do that, 3 times 3 is 9. So I'm going to put a 3. And then 3 times 8 is 24. So I'm going to put 3/8 as my final answer on this one. Then the last one, 14 and 32. Those are both even. So I'm just going to start with divide by 2. It's always a good place to start. Half of 14 is 7. And half of 32 is 16. So 7 and 16, they're not both even. One's even and one's odd. 7 is a prime number, and nothing with 7 can go with 16. So that's going to be my final answer, 7/16.